Hey Forex Fortune Hunters, this is a short video just to describe how our new template, the Simply Spooky 2, works. We're going to take this pound yen 5-minute chart, and it was back on August 8th. We're going to just take a look at some of the indicator settings and then show you how you might enter a trade. Okay, so first of all, we have the data window over here, and obviously when we move across the candles, we can see these values change. Now, in particular, what we wanted to look at was this configuration right here. Now, first of all, when this is a 10, a 20, and a 30 EMA, and when we have a downturn of the 10 over the 20, we get this medallion, the red medallion. Likewise, when we have a twist up, we have a white medallion. Okay, now what happens is that the signal line is drawn at the closing value of the candle that created this particular medallion. Likewise here, at the closing value of this down white candle, we can see that the signal line is drawn for the downside. Now let's see if we can, without screwing this up, well, we're not going to screw it up by trying to make it bigger. You'll just have to kind of watch and see. I've also drawn a little blue line right here that shows you when we've had a confirmation, because the 10 EMA is crossed down below our signal line. So the value of the signal line at the closing price of that candle was 129.02. Our signal line value is 129.2 and remains constant. And we can see here that we had a chance to have the yellow EMA drop down below. Now what we've done here is we've put the arrow in our indicator for the drop down for the 30 EMA. Okay, so let's quickly look at our indicator list, and we'll bring that over from our other monitor. We'll take a look at Willmott Signals, and we'll edit it, and we'll take a look at the values and the inputs. And what you can see here is that our crossover is the 10 versus the 20 slow period EMA, and our signal period now, where the red arrow is drawn to the downside, is the 30 EMA. Now what we could do is to change that, and I'll show you how we do that. We click here and we make it a 10. And now if we say OK, our red arrow should move over to be the same as a blue line that I created for you earlier. And it's in fact the line right afterwards. You can see that that's the case. Here's our blue line, which shows that the arrow right after we have the crossover is where that arrow will appear. Okay, so it's basically the same situation. Now what we notice when we go back to the way it was before, let's see what we got going on and put it back to the 30. Here's the 30. And here we go again, and now we'll close that out, and here we go over here. Notice that the closing value of this candle was 128.90 versus 129.02, 12 pips. Now, if you were to say I'm going to enter a trade to the downside, but only if this value is less than 10 pips from our potential stop loss line right here, then this trade would not qualify. It would qualify potentially on the high, but we're talking about closing values for the time being. So the key issue here is that this would be a no-good trade, even though it turned out to be quite a good one. And from this value here, we came down, we had 29 pips, we pulled up and touched base with the 20 EMA, and then we came down and we ended up with about a 59 or 60 pip drop. And that's the kind of trade we're looking for with this, but we would like to see this qualify with just a value under 10 pips. So that's it for this quick review of how the indicators work and how we're working with them. Please notice here also that when you get just as a last note, when you get these averages and they cannot penetrate the Zeelander signal line, that's when we know there's no trade opportunity. We want that confirmation. Notice that when we came up here, we bounced, we couldn't go higher, and we reversed. We tried again, we really couldn't get the lines to cross over. And so one of the benefits of this indicator is that when your moving averages stay in a cluster between these signal lines, that means best to just stay out of the action. Thanks for watching.